2.
All right. Apollo, take 2. Now, tell me something. It's good to be a thief. It's a good living.
It can be. In a recession, you still have a job.
Yeah. You will always have a job.
You always have a job. As long as other people are working, you have a job. I think what I do is kind of designing experiences. Sometimes those excite people, and sometimes they learn something. But that's what I enjoy about it.
Tell me something. Only tip, it's magic. What is your abilities? Because I also saw you are drawing, you draws. What are your abilities?
I collect skills. When I was little, I had a disability. I had braces on my legs to try to fix my legs, and my hands, I couldn't control them.
You are joking about
that. No, this is real. Yeah.
It's incredible. You don't control your hands?
I actually, when I was little, just keep filming, but I had a pencil, and I had a rubber ball around the pencil, and I had to hold it with both hands to write, because I had so severe problems. And it was from birth, it was a problem. But I started doing therapy and learning exercises with my hands and studying different processes. And cartooning and drawing was one of the things I started to do, because it was a way of seeing the world. And then I started learning other skills, like how to juggle. So I can juggle pretty good too. 5, I can juggle 5 well. And
I cannot juggle 1.
Yeah, but it's because I couldn't do it before, so I dive really deep, and so I collect different skills. Unicycle, fire eating. I learned a lot of those things when I was younger. Unusual skills.
It's incredible because what you do, it depends of a lot of ability with your hands, and you are an example of life with that. Because somebody, a kid with that, they will tell him, all right, use a computer, do it or something, dedicate to something else, and you dedicated to what it was, let's say, a problem in your childhood. That's an example. What would you say to many people that are in some examples like that, many not with a disability, but they think, I cannot do it. We hear many times, we're in school and say, now, maths are not for me. I cannot do maths. I never understand maths or biological. I don't know. What will be your recommendation for all of these people?
I think that those people are living in a cage, and they built the cage. So they built their own cage around themselves because they said they couldn't do it. So that means that they will never be able to. And for me, other people said I couldn't do it, not me. So I've always spent my life with other people saying, you can't do that, you'll never be able to do that. And I just thought in my mind is capable, and if I see another person doing it, I can do it too. And I think that's the thing for my life, is to always be a perpetual student. So every time I learn something, I try to find what's the next level.
How did you become a thief?
A thief? It's something I was exposed to when I was young. I had 2 half-brothers, and they were around 15 and 17 when I was young. And I grew up around them. They were thieves, but not for entertainment.
They were really thieves.
Yeah, they would cut in pockets and steal bags and things. And I saw that, but my mother, who had married a minister, and they had me, so my father would try to draw me in to become a minister. And for me, that wasn't my calling, but it kept me from going into my brother's kind of style of life. So I later, when I was a teen, started studying magic, and then I mixed the magic with the stealing and developed the style I have now. Although my style now uses martial arts a lot too.
All right.
So there's a lot of martial arts in there. There's a little bit of dance and different types of things that go into it. A lot of psychology.
Tell me something. You know how to pick up a wallet from a person, how to open a bag, how to pick up things from everybody. That's something that happens really in life. Will you give us some secure advances of how to avoid this? How you travel and you show it today. You don't have to be in the crown to be taken. It can be just.
I can tell you I'm going to take it, and I can take it. So that's my style. Is that I can tell you I'm going to steal, and I can still steal from you because of the psychology. But on the street, it's a lot better because they can use the environment or the crowd. One thing is that what makes you a target are sometimes the brands you have, the Canon camera that you have, maybe the lens. And if you hide those, it makes you less of a target. A simple way is you can get a cup like a coffee cup, and if you have jewelry, watch, or those things and you're going around, take them off, put them in the cup in an area, put a lid on it. Even if they rob you, they'll never look in the cup.
That's a good idea. When Mexico, in Mexico, it's very insecure. They rob you a lot. They put a gun in front of you. I'm sure nobody will take your coffee.
No.
That's incredible. That's a good idea.
Yeah, just don't show this video to them.
They are always one step ahead. In Mexico, they are always one step of everybody else. Tell me something. You said about something not to be promoting. You have brands on you. You have jewelry, everything. We work for a Jewish community in Mexico. Sometimes it was very splendor, very spectacular, very showing off. It's good to be showing off in the street. It doesn't happen. It happens in all streets. It can be, no?
Yeah, it comes with a cost because you're wanting to make a statement about yourself to other people. That's why you wear these. But at the same time, some people might take that statement and say, "Oh, that means you have money, and I will take that from you." So you have to understand there's pros and cons of making a statement about yourself.
Are there people, when you are on the street, you say, that people look suspicious? Are there really suspicious people? You can watch and see, take care of that person?
Yeah.
Or just, what are signs you have to be careful?
Signs, what they look at. Because the more that you can think from another person's perspective, you can see, why would those three men be looking at the same place? Are they waiting for a girl? Are they looking at a purse? Are they looking at something? And their sight lines help. And then the biggest thing is if they ever do this. If they ever scan, there's no reason to scan unless you're about to do something bad. But when you do this, it means
maybe I'm looking for a good girl, just watching.
If you're looking for a girl, you'll scan like this. But if you're looking around like this means you want to make sure nobody watches what you're about to do.
That's interesting. Thank you very much. That's very good advice for people. Are we paranoid and thinking all the time something bad is going to happen, or it's bad to be thinking like that?
I think it's good to be aware. You don't have to be paranoid, but you should believe that it can happen to you. The danger is when you don't believe it can happen to you. If you don't believe it can happen to you, you'll walk through life and you'll get hit. So don't be paranoid. Don't be overconfident. Just believe that it can happen to you and be aware when things come into your mind.
You know something that happens a lot in Mexico? When you go to a supermarket, women with bags, they open it and they take out their things. They don't know that. How can you avoid that? How can you be not propense to that?
Yeah, don't leave your bag there. One step further is because a lot of times what they'll take is the credit cards.
Exactly.
And also the cell phone. If you leave the cell phone and the credit cards together, I can look through your cell phone and I can look for terms of endearment like your husband, hubby, wife, these kind of things. And I can text your husband and say, honey, the PIN number is not working on the ATM card. Did you change it? And they'll text me the PIN number. So it's really important to be cautious with that.
All right. Thank you very much. Welcome to Mexico. I hope you learn a lot in Mexico. Go to the streets, learn about it. Yeah. You will learn new tricks.
Yes.
You never know what. And thanks for giving us such good advices.
Thank you.